Just got up, so I'm gonna try to do a quick workout, maybe some legs today, because last week I didn't do any legs at all. So everybody's sleeping. I'm gonna do a quick workout, come back and work with the kids. I need to finish their schoolwork. So yeah, that's it. So it's about 6 something. I took a bit longer bathroom. And if I knew it was raining, I don't think I would have gone to the gym. I could have gone tomorrow and then skip Wednesday, because Wednesday is my most busiest day with the kids. I have to take my son to his class, but I'm already out. Luckily, I usually have this umbrella in my bag, so I'm heading out right now. Pretty quiet, and later on, I probably will take the kids to the pool. Nothing major. And probably will contact one of my friends to see if my kids could have a play date with them. But my kids have so much stuff to do, especially for the class. My oldest, he has to finish some of his assigned schoolwork by Wednesday. And then there's some work he has to do online. So during his free time, I let him play, but majority of the time I'm telling him finish his work, this and that. And my youngest is almost done with his school package. And once he's done with that, I can focus on doing work with him, my own thing, make him practice his writing. I mean, the package has some writings that needs to be done, but the thing that he was having problem with in his last semester, they're teaching them how to write like composition and things like that. So this, I need to practice more of that with him. And I started giving him to do practicing holding his pencil properly and writing much neater. I thought that was a rat, but it's a little bird. For him to write neater and stay on the line and things like that. It's kind of weird to see how quickly they lose the skills that they've learned. Especially my oldest, he has so much to do, but I need him to do that as well because his handwriting is really horrible. But I really want them to finish what is required first, even though they all are important, but what is required needs to accomplish first. Then I could make them do those other things. So yeah, I'm heading to the gym. I'm almost there. And lately I've been holding back from leaving too early because I was up since 5:17. It was a bit dark outside. I'm not really scared, but it's my husband who's usually worried once I'm out. So early in the morning and nobody is, not too many people are out. So he's a bit concerned for me. So I took a little bit longer in the bathroom, just going through to my phone and, social media, reading some silly stuff. But anyway, that's it for now. I speak longer than I wanted to. So that's it. What is the question? Read it.
What is your opinion about water parks?
Okay. What did you write?
My opinion about water parks is fun. Water parks are fun to go to. It is fun because you can go down a water slide. You can play in the water.
Okay.
Those are some of, and also you can jump in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some of the things you could do in a water park.
and then one last sentence to close it off. Okay, do that, and then you're gonna write it nicely on the paper.
What?
I wanted you to write your thought on this paper, right? You made some mistake already. We correct them, right? And then there's one more. You need to finish the sentence to close off your opinion writing, right? That way we don't keep on erasing on the final paper. So that's why I made you do that, okay? Like you forgot to put the word "or" here. So when you write it on the final paper, you're gonna make sure you include it, okay? So that's why you have to write it. So when you hand this, and if this information is not in here, that means you didn't do it, even though you did it here, right? Which paper are you gonna hand in to school? Are you gonna hand this notebook to your teacher when you go back to school in September? Which one you gonna hand over? Okay, so this is scrap paper. All right, so let's finish one last sentence. All right, this is the reason I like water park, right? And then write it on the other thing. Good job. You know, as you're writing, okay, make sure you practice holding the pencil properly, okay? And then your handwriting, the spacing and everything, do that, okay? And like the K here, it's too far from the R, okay? So erase it. The space between the words are fine. And you see this? The U here? Fix it. The K, it's a nice K, but it's too far from the R. So put the U nicely and the word about nicely. Good. That's a very nice U. And the K, make sure it's close to the R. Yes. Why do you pass the line?
Why?
You pass the line. A straight line, stay right at the
Finish line.
yes. There, that's it. Yes. Okay. My opinion about water park. Water parks. Is that S a nice S?
No, that looks like a stupid 5.
Okay, so please control your mouth for me, please. Okay, erase it and write it nicely, please. Okay, you don't want to keep on putting nasty looking letters, and then as you get further away, then you have to erase. Okay, my opinion about water parks. Okay, what is it?
My opinion about water parks is it's fun.
Okay, all right.
It is fun.
Yes.
I said is.
Not is. What? Which one comes first? It or is?
It.
Okay. Tuesday, July 9th. It's about 5:40 something. I don't know. Something is not right with this. I really don't think I gained that much. Something is not right. Yesterday my nutrition wasn't okay too much, and it was high last night. So I literally just got up. Yesterday I didn't really talk about my workout, what I did yesterday. I did mostly legs, with the exception of leg extension because the machine is broken. I mean, was broken, so I don't know if it's still broken. So today I'm gonna go and I think I'm just gonna focus on back. I'll see how I feel once I'm there, if any machines are available, mostly the bench. So let me get myself ready. Oh, and this, you see the picture? So you're gonna write a creative story to go along with the picture. So what do you see here in the picture?
2 people and 1 fishing rod and a giant fat fish.
Okay, so what do you think this picture is telling? You took your keys?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you see? What do you think is happening here in the picture?
Bye, Daddy, love you. That what is them called a big fish?
So yeah, but what do you think is going on? Is this what kind of person is this?
A small person?
A small person, but what do you think it is in comparison to this person? So you need
This
to learn.
one's tall, and this one's
And
short.
how do you think they relate with each other?
Because both people.
Yes, they both are people, Mark. Yes, they both are people, but in relation, what are you to Michael? What is Michael to you? Mark. What is Michael to you? If someone asks you, who is Michael, what will you say?
Michael is part of my family.
Yes, what kind of a family is he to you?
We both start with a M.
What am I to you? Who am I to you? If somebody asks me, who is Mark? I'll say Mark is my son. So who am I to you?
My mom.
Okay, who is Michael to you?
My brother.
Okay, so what do you think this picture is relation to? How do you think they relate to each other?
This is his brother.
Look at them, Mark. A tooth. Who do you think he is to him? You doing all this fancy stuff about science and earth and all this. You can't even determine what this thing is. How is this person relate to this person? If they were to ask this person, who is this person to him? What do you think he would say? This is why you need to use your imagination, okay? You need to think. Who it's two person. Is this a girl?
No.
Is this a girl?
No.
Who is he?
A boy.
Does he look like a boy to you? Does this person look like a boy to you? What about him?
He is a boy.
He is a boy. This one is a boy. What type of a person is this? Do you think that's the same age?
No.
Which one is older? So what do you think this person is to him?
Older than him.
Yes, he's older than him, but how do you think they relate to each other? Do you think they're related? So if they're not related, what are they to each other? I'm going to give you time. I'm not going to tell you, but you need to think.
No.
So what do you think he is? Who is he to him? Who usually take kids to go fishing?
Their dad.
Their dad. So who do you think this guy is to him? Do I usually take you fishing? Who usually take you fishing?
Daddy.
Daddy, right? So who do you think take this little boy fishing?
His mom.
Is this his mom? Does this look like a girl? So who do you think this person is to him? I ask you, who usually take you to fishing?
Daddy.
Who do you think take this little boy fishing?
Daddy.
Who? Who?
His dad.
His dad took him fishing. You can't even think of that? We have to take at least 10 minutes for you to figure this out? His dad took him fishing. So now what's happening in this picture?
The older brother took his.
Why are you saying brother? What did we say? What did we figure this person out? Write that on top, underneath his shoes for me, so you don't forget. Okay. Write dad here. Write son here, please. Okay? So that's the dad, that's the son. So what's happening here?
That the dad took his son fishing.
Okay, so what happened during fishing? Look at the expression.
That his son got a big fish.
Okay, and then what happened to the dad?
The dad got a small fish.
Okay, so who's happier?
The son.
Why do you think the son is happy?
Because he caught a big fish.
And what's happening with the dad?
That he caught a small fish.
What about his expression? What is his expression is saying? Expression is like his face. What his face is trying to tell you?
He is amazed.
He's amazed?
He's amazed.
He's what?
He's amazed.
He's amazed about what? That he caught a small fish?
About his fishes.
Okay. Do you think, look at the boy's face. What is happening with the boy?
He's happy.
Why do you think he's happy?
Because he caught a big fish.
Now look at the dad's face. Do you see a big smile on the dad's face?
No.
What happened to his dad?
He caught a small fish.
Yes, but what does his face telling us?
That he's sad.
He's sad. Why is he sad?
Because he caught a small fish.
Okay, now you're gonna write a story about this. The dad, okay, and the boy, and what happened when they went fishing. So they want you to write a creative story, okay? So create something here, and then I'll correct it. That's all you have to do. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm my dad's son. We will go fishing. We put bait on the rod and throw it in the water. My son caught something and pulled it out of the water, and it was big. And Dad caught one and it was small, and lived happily ever after.
It sort of makes sense, and things are not. Why are you saying it? It. You know what it is. What is it?
Fish?
Okay, so why don't you say it's a fish? Hello, I'm my dad's son. Why would you say I'm my dad's son? What's another way of saying it?
Hi, I'm my dad's son.
No. Why don't you say, hello, my dad and I are going fishing? Why don't you say that? Why we say I'm my dad's son? I only made you write this under them so you could identify them, who they are. Okay? Because you were having a hard time to figure out this picture. You weren't thinking. So I made you write the word dad and son. Okay? So you could say, hello, my dad and I. Okay? Let's write it over here. Hello, my dad and I, and you here, we will be going fishing. My dad and I, because they already caught, the picture already showed they caught the fish. My dad and I went fishing. Okay? And what did you write here? So we got done with that. Okay? We fixed this part. Because the main thing is for you to think. We put bait on the rod and throw. How you spell throw? Okay? We put bait on the rod and throw it in the water. Okay? So it's you who's talking here. We're saying my dad and I. So the person who's writing this is you. So you are the narrator. Alright? So I'm just going to copy this over. We, that sentence is fine. We put bait on the rod and throw it in the water. Hold on. All right, so that sentence is fine. Okay, we throw it in the water. My son caught something big. What is something? We already know what is something. What is something?
Fish.
Okay, my son
Caught a big fish.
Okay, remember what I said? Who's the narrator? Who's writing this?
Me.
You. So what will you say, my son? What will you change my son to?
I.
Okay. Okay, we stop here. I caught, C-A-U-G-H-T. I caught, what did you caught?
Big fish.
Okay. I caught a big fish. And here you put, and pull it out of the water. That's fine. And
pull it out the water.
Pulled it out of the water. Okay, so this is fine. We fixed this sentence. And you say, and it was big. It was a big fish. I caught you already said I caught a big fish and pulled it out the water. So that's fine. This sentence is fine. All right. And Dad caught one, and it was small. So how can we put this? And my dad, no, you, instead of saying and, my dad
Caught a small fish.
Caught, where is it? Caught a small fish. A small fish. Okay? All right, so what happened to that? All right, we got this correct. Now let's discuss the expression. Was Dad happy catching a small fish?
No.
So what will you say here? My dad caught a small fish.
My dad caught a small fish, and he was sad that he caught a small fish.
He was sad about it. Okay, let's just put that. My dad caught a small fish, and he was sad about it. Now, what will you say about you?
And I caught a big fish.
We already said that.
Happy.
I was happy, okay?
I was happy that I caught a big fish.
I was happy about my, how will you say that? About my
Big fish that I caught.
about my catch. Sometimes they will say it
About
my fish. Let's put that, about my fish. Okay,
or probably he put an area where there's a lot of big fish.
okay, so let's finish it up. All right, what happened there? And then here you say here, and Dad caught a small, okay, we did this, and live happily ever after. How will we change that? Because,
And they fished until they had to go home.
okay, we fish until we had to go home. Okay, so that's why you need to think. Every morning I'm going to give you small stories to write, because you have a hard time processing things. Okay, what did you say here for your last sentence? We
caught fish until we had to go home.
Okay, until we had to, let's put leave. All right, so read the story again.
Hello, my dad and I went fishing. We put bait on the rod and throw it in the water. I caught a big fish and pulled it out of the water. My dad caught a small fish. He was sad about it. I was happy about my fish. We caught fish until we
Had. That's a H-A-D. H-A-D.
No, I was struggling somewhere here.
Yeah. I was happy about my fish.
We caught fish until we had to leave.
Okay, so.
After that, I'm done.
And who wrote this? Who's the author, and what will be the title? What will be the title? Let's put the title here.
I know what the title will be.
Title. What will be the title?
The title will be
My Fishing. Oh, that should be uppercase because it's the title. Fishing Trip with Dad. Okay, and now they said written by who is the author?
by Mark.
Mark. Okay, so fix that. Mark who?
Lee.
Okay. Make a C. Start up. Then close it. That's way too big. All right. So now the title will be this. Okay. This is the
fishing trip with Dad.
And then you put it up here. All right. And then you copy all of this in there neatly. I want to see it neatly. Okay. Okay. So I just finished working with my youngest. He's gonna be in 2nd grade. So the package that they gave him for the summer, it's pretty much done. He just needs to write a book report, but he's still reading the book. So what I'm doing is that I'm getting some question ready for him for tomorrow for him to write. So here I went on Google and I typed for, writing questions for second graders. Okay, writing topics for second grade. So this came up. So I'm gonna copy all of this. I don't want to print it, but I'm gonna copy it, put it, write them here. So each morning I'll give him one of the topics to write about, and then I'll be giving him some math work to do. So I'm gonna copy some of these questions. Okay, so I just wrote the questions down, so that way I could have it in this book. So each morning I'll pick one of these questions for him to write. It was up to here, number 15, right about the time when you were brave. So I decided to add 3 more. These are these 3 questions. I wrote them myself because recently I took them to see their grandma. So I said, right about the time you took the train to visit your grandma. Take 3.
Okay, and I'm going to put them in my...
And the other question that I have here, right about the time you went camping. So we plan on going camping in 2 weeks. And then here, while I was writing this one, I thought about what about a time. Write about what you think camping with your family will be like. So I probably will give him number 18 before number 17. So I have some questions prepared for him, and then I need, because all of his math package the school gave him, we finished it. All I need to do for him is to write what is it? He has to read, and then I have to sign those stuff. And there's a book report he's supposed to do, and then I'll be putting some math problem for him to do. So I put a couple math problem for him to do. So at least I have this ready for him to do tomorrow. So tomorrow he's gonna be reading, and then I'll pick one of those questions, probably this one. I have a feeling I'm gonna pick this one, the one that I wrote, and then make him do this, and then he has to do one work problem. So my oldest did his work. Now I need to do some work for myself. You have reading to do today, right? You're not done. So you have reading to do. So, and then that's it. Tomorrow you also have reading. You're gonna do one of this. You're gonna do this entire page, okay? And this question, I'm gonna circle it because you're gonna do some writing. Number 18. Write about what you think camping with your family will be like. That will be your writing. So I'm giving you all day until tomorrow morning for you to think about it, okay? And then you're gonna write your story right here, this page. All right? So you have reading, you have the math, and then you have the writing. So today you only have the writing to be done, and then you're done for today, okay? What do you have to do today?
Read.
Okay. And you finish your work, right? You did the thing for the computer for the class tomorrow? Okay. Okay, so for lunch I'm having 2 sweet potatoes boiled with some cayenne pepper on it. So that's my lunch for today, not the whole wheat wrap. July 9th, 9:30 p.m., 134.6, 134.6, minus 0.5.